Hello there everyone, this is Iron Mark 3 and welcome back to Banished. Yes, to the village of Lifton, where we have just completed some of our industrial stuff last time. And now we are working on growing our population, so let's go ahead and kick this game back up to full speed. Yes indeed. Welcome, welcome. Right now we have a batch of houses under construction, a total of 5 additional stone houses. That's space for 5 more families. As you can see, the wooden housing is starting to get aged out because it's got really old for the most part. They're not going to have any more kids, they're not going to grow. So there's plenty of young adults running around from the original settlement group, which would like a bit of housing of their own. As soon as this one completed, immediately someone came in and they didn't waste any time getting a new child. So Camric is brand newborn, like a matter of days ago, earlier this season. And they didn't waste any time because they've basically been stuck in mum and dad's house for a while, you know? So there's been nothing that they can really do. Okay, that's all fine. Yep. So really, we're just waiting on a trader to come downstream. I still don't know how this works, really. But Lifton is stable right now. It is very, very stable. I propose to change that. And this is one of the last lessons of Banished. And it's a big one. And we didn't really see it in Ionia, which died like halfway through the second episode. Well, almost. No, didn't die. It's all fine. No, it's all fine. I mismanaged into the ground, but we didn't see it die. No. Ionia lives on. Always. I do keep going on about that, don't I? But yeah. The problem is, in this game, it's about getting yourself stabilised, yes. But it's also about handling your growth. Like, if you grow too fast and you can't sustain it, you're going to tank yourself about as effectively as anything else that might happen to you. In fact, many times over, in fact. So, you know, if you grow too fast, that will overstretch your food, then people will starve, and then things will this game just loves to throw you into a downward spiral. Very much so. It's one of the things I remember most about this game. It really loves to give you the downward spiral treatment. It's like, ooh, you're doing fine, you're trying to grow a little bit. Here, we don't really care about that. You're going to run out of something vital and go splat. That actually pretty much sums it up. Are you guys bouncing around? No, we don't. I just don't have the stone for it. All right. So I've got people running out here to try and harvest everything. We should also get a path out this way, I suppose. Just like, you know, just get a path out here to help people harvest all that. But the next house is already going up. And as you can see, we've got middle-aged people, middle-aged that getting on towards fairly aged in terms of this game's lifespans, moving into places, because they've just been stuck back at home for so long. So again, we've got another couple which are 34 and 40. That's a bit on the older side as far as this game is concerned. And yeah, actually the wooden bridge is up really quickly, so there we go. We've got another path across the water laid in. Lifton is growing. Do we need this iron? Not really. I'm actually going to turn the mine off for now and remove the miners. Iron would be nice, but we've got a whole bunch of iron we're trying to harvest out there. Same for the... Actually no, let's leave the quarry running. Yeah, the quarry's okay. That's okay. But we've got 6 random labourers just running out here, bashing rocks in my name. And then hauling it all back to help put together new homes and things. I think we're about at the stage where we might need some more firewood. No, I don't know. We seem to be doing okay for the most part. But what I really want to do, or try to do, is try to focus on civics in this particular last part, because we've not really... Oh, hello. I didn't spot you there. Greetings, trader. Okay, what can I do with you? Now then, let's see. He's here at the trading post, so the trading post should be available. Ah! Roseanne, the food merchant. Carries 333 apples and berries. And we've got 500 fish and wheat stored, so we can use that for trade. However, this is a barter system, so if I trade things away, I get it, then I have to accept what's offered. Unfortunately, I'm not really interested in what she's got, so, you know. I still don't know how orders work, really. So yeah, she's just like, nope, sorry, we're not really interested in the food you've got. Especially not berries, quite honestly. Berries we can handle by ourselves. And maybe I should, actually. Berries will also be useful for making alcohol. Except that our people are happy, so it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, keep bashing rocks in my name, please, because we need the resources. Very much so. Anyway, let's see. We've got. I would say we're going to try and do some civic stuff this time out. So let's see. We've got access to a few bits and bobs in here. We've got access to a schoolhouse. Educates people. They become a hell of a lot more productive if you can educate them. But the problem is that they don't become available in the workforce for a bit longer. Children go to school, and basically it's like you're trading a little bit of time now for a significant boost in their capabilities later, which is actually why it's a good idea. So, yeah, there we go. We're going to get a schoolhouse out. We can afford that. It's relatively cheap, actually. 16 stone and iron, and a good amount of logs. And then all children will go here as long as you've got someone assigned to be their teacher. Let's go ahead and assign a teacher now, ahead of time. That'll help. And as you can see, we're getting some younger couples bouncing in here now. But all the houses are really ramping it up. So they're all doing pretty good. Just waiting on this thing to get built now. Okay, so we've got one civic thing. We've got that. Next up is a hospital. So there is plague in this game. Sometimes people just get the plague, the dreaded lurgy, and it's very serious actually. So yeah, you do have to watch out for that. But I'm just going to go ahead and add this like here, I think. Because now if I have a hospital, and herbs can also help with this, by the way. So I should probably get down a herbologist as well. Sorry, not you. Yeah, a herbalist, herbologist. That's the modern name. Herb gatherer. Put that into this little cluster over here because there's lots of forest, and that's where all the herbs grow. But that will help as well, keep people healthy. Okay, we've got a teacher in here, and that'll start to teach any of the children. We've got 5 kids. That's all okay. There's no students in there at the moment. I guess it's because if you interrupt it, then people tend to get kicked out of the education system. I guess any new kids that approach school age, they get the benefit. Really. But right now, we're not really seeing too much of a benefit. Oh, are you about ready? Yep, you're about ready. Okay, the hospital is now going up. We need to assign a physician. Physician heals sickness and can help increase the health level of citizens. Our health level is actually down to 4. It's been hovering about 4.5 to 4 for quite a while, but that is still really good because we've got a really balanced diet, lots of activity, and we keep people healthy and happy and all that jazz. So our health rating is okay. We don't really need any kind of boost to it. Ah, here comes the herbalist. Herbs. Herbalist. There it is. Let's assign the herbalist as well. So that will get sorted out. What are you asking about? No citizens are available to work. Oh, right. Oh wait, no. Now someone's randomly assigned to it. I thought for a moment it was like needs education, and I was like, wait, what? That's a thing? No, it's not. It just wasn't assigned immediately. So yeah, there we go. We've got a doctor assigned who can help out. And as you can see, now we've got new messages appearing saying people are becoming students. So some of our kids are hitting school age and becoming students to make them more effective. It just keeps them out of trouble, basically. Well, we can dream, can't we? Keep kids out of trouble. There's something in there which doesn't quite sound physically possible. You know. Okay, next up, we want a chapel because we need to put our faith in me. No, we need to put our faith in the God Emperor. We need to put our faith in God. They need to put their faith in something. Of course, it's the Big E, the God Emperor of mankind. Sorry, the Man Emperor of mankind. I've got to get that right. Sorry, Big E. Don't smite me, please. No. Oh, someone died of old age, but we had a labourer, so we've just had a death. We are not prepared for death. Not yet. Okay, so death. When it starts happening, it has a major hit to happiness, unless you've got a cemetery assigned, in which case the dead can be properly laid to rest. We're low on stone, are we? Oh, we've already harvested out all the stuff that I assigned to get grabs. Okay, I'll just grab all the stuff that's over here then. Is there any over here? Yeah, that's a bit far away though. Was there any left over here in this area? No, I already grabbed all that. Tell you what, I'll grab all this stuff over here then. And this is where the quarry and stuff comes in, by the by. Since there's only so many rocks just lying around for you to grab on the surface, sooner or later you just need to tap into the ground or trade for... Speaking of trade, there's actually someone here. Oops. Hello, trader! Early autumn. Okay, you've not been here very long. Right, what are you trading? You're trading ale. Unfortunately for this trader, the fish and wheat I've got in my inventory are of no value to them. Oh, I can tell it to auto purchase a few bits and bobs as well. Ooh. I can place a custom order just once. Tell him to bring a certain thing. This is how this works. So, just once or every visit, if I want to set it up to be a regular trader, I'll just say, every time you come here, bring some of this stuff and I'll trade you for some of it. So that's how that works. The thing is, I just need something that they'll buy, which is... I've got fish and wheat, but they are of no value to this trader. At all. So, unfortunately I'm going to have to say no, but... So that's how that works. And we can set up regular trade. If we ask the trader to bring X good. That's nice. I didn't know that. So we had our first person die of old age though. That was like not the best thing, especially since well, we had some spare labourers, so that's okay, but we weren't ready for it. Let's see. Let's build a path around here actually. So we've got the graveyard going in right next to the chapel, of course. Only a fitting place for it. Chapel needs a cleric. And as you can see, because we had a death and we've not tended to it, we've lost half a star in our happiness rating. So that's why if people start dying a lot, your happiness goes downwards fairly quickly, unless you... Well, even if you've got a graveyard, it doesn't totally mitigate it. It's still useful to, you know, have the graveyard. But you've gotta be careful. You've got to be careful. Yeah, we need more housing again. Our firewood though is actually dropping pretty steadily. It's because we've got a lot more places, so we're actually burning a lot more. So that is actually something of a concern. We might need some more firewood. No, that's a forester. Oops. Firewood, thank you. So I'll put in a firewood over here. And of course that requires a stockpile nearby. go like there. There we go. So we've got a stockpile nearby as well. Now, of course, the problem is we don't have any stone to deal with all this. How is the stone harvesting effort going over this way? Are you guys doing it all? No, you're not. There's still a lot of stone out there. They all got busy just like moving things here, there and everywhere effectively. So, you know, drop that to a 1. Don't want to assign anyone else to that. You're hunting, that's all okay. Yeah. Lifeton is still pretty stable. Our firewood stores are a little bit erratic. It can take a massive hit sometimes. Oh, our tool supplies are actually going through the floor right now. Yeah, our tool supplies are all but gone. We need more iron, flat out. So, one builder, getting a couple of people back into the mines. We're out of spare labourers. Oh, there goes our last tools. Yep, okay, people are now out of tools. We need to harvest iron, like, ASAP. I was not paying attention to my iron situation at all. I mean, I harvested some over here, but then I just threw up these buildings that required a lot of it. And it's like, oh wait, I was using that to keep my tool supply up. Whoopsie, and now we've got multiple people running around without actual tools to do whatever it is they're trying to do. And that is one of the death spiral situations. Because without the tools, people actually get a lot less productive. So it takes them a lot more effort to do production. Apparently they've never heard of hardened wood tools. Which, to be fair, are not as effective as metal tools. Well, stone tools as well also. That might be another option, but yeah. They've never heard of them. Effectively. But hey, what can you do? I mean, this is a game, there's going to be certain restrictions. But there's no intermediate. It's like, you have metal tools or you have no tools. And that's all Banished will accept. And it's like, yeah, but no. Oh yeah, wow, we need a whole bunch of iron for that. Oh dear. This might be bad, actually. Except for the fact that our food reserves are still pretty robust. Nah, we got our single builder. I forgot to mention this earlier on, by the way. The reason I assigned 2 builders is because normally it's like on a single construction, 2 builders can work on it in one go. So basically he stopped bouncing back and forth on the gates because another builder was coming in to take on the other build slot. So normally a place will have 2 build slots, and it's like then they won't move around very much usually. Though it depends on the place. I mean, this one requires 3 actually. So it can vary. But 2 is generally the minimum, and if you make it so your builders aren't bouncing around, they just build it faster, flat out. A hunter died of old age. A hunter died of old age. Yeah, people are starting to die off. Our first generation is starting to die off, and we've got a graveyard now, so graves can be set in for people. But yeah, look at this. But almost everyone is running out of tools now. So we flat out need iron to allow the blacksmith to work. They've got logs, they just don't have the iron supply. And oh, poor Milber. He's just a poor lonely bachelor at this point. And we've got another one here, Tor. A lonely hunter. So yeah, people are starting to die off from the very first generation. Can't really be helped too much, but that is what's happening. I was hoping to get the church done, but it looks like I might not be able to. Because I think we're about to hit almost 20 minutes. Yeah, I think we're about to hit 20 minutes. Oh, still, this has been Banished, as you can see. It's quite nice actually. I like it. And the problem is that it can be very unforgiving if you mess up too badly. I mean, I seem to have got Lifeton robust enough that I can survive not having tools at this stage. Though not having tools, if it decreases all productivity by quite a considerable margin, actually, by quite a large amount. I've actually been living without any spare clothing for quite a while, but because I've got housing all over the place, no one's actually gotten cold. But yeah, there's no tools. No tools. And people are dying of old age. And also, I didn't assign a spare woodcutters. Oops. Let's take a couple of foresters out. Get an additional... I don't technically need another woodcutter, I don't think. It's just nice to have. I'm not quite at the stage. I think it's like 1 in 30... One woodcutter for every 40 odd people? Or something like that. I forget. It's been too long. But still. The reserve of tools is low. Oh, they are starting to try and produce some. Good. What I really want, though, is for you guys to actually get this church up, and then I can call the episode. Come on, you layabouts. Get out there and get me... Well, the thing is, everyone's like busy moving stuff around the place. Let's actually go ahead and... shut you down. And tell you not to have anything in stock. That way I can unassign the merchants, the traders to it, which are quite handy. Oh, and now we just had someone freeze to death. How did that happen? Must have been somewhere out here, I'm guessing. But yeah, so our cleric just froze to death. A merchant has arrived at the trading post, alright. Sell another guy. It's you again, selling only ale. No, thank you. Go away. Go. You came all this way. Now, bugger off. Then again, the backstory of this is like you're a people that's been kicked out from where you were from. So you've just come in here and settled it, basically. And these traders are just like passing through. They think, "Ooh, there's a dock. I'm going to stop there. Maybe they want to trade something, and then we're going to continue on to our destination." And that's about all there is to it. Let's go ahead actually, and we need more iron. So I'm going to send in. I'm sending everyone to the mines. Taylor, go to the mines. The mines are actually the least interesting, one of the less interesting things, because like they just like all step into it, and then as you can see they're just like bouncing in and out. Another thing about this thing is that everyone just switches job roles all the darn time. So a forester one moment might become a miner the next, or a herder, or a farmer. Or there's no skill progression for individual people. It's just like they bounce around periodically, and that's it. Reserve of tools is low. People are going to students. Yep, that's fine. Yeah. I think we're done now. Let's see. Just to get it one final thing, I'm going to pull everyone out and send them all to cut stone. Ooh. I see a thing going up. Since we're not bothering with stone, with tools, I'm just going to keep sending people into the stone cut, so that you guys can at least see what a fully occupied quarry looks like. But we're about to be able to put our faith in the Emperor of all as soon as the builders stop stacking off. But as you can see, the quarry, unlike the mine, when you got a lot of people in it, it's like really busy and bustling, and it's actually producing stone at a fair clip as well. As you can see, it's like it's churning it out like every once in a while, pretty steadily, and it's going to keep going for quite a while as well. But yeah, the stone appears there. There's one. There's another one there. It depends on how many there. There's another one. But people keep coming and going because they just get assigned to a different job, basically. Come on, get this church up. Get the church up. Build the church to Big E, the Manper of mankind. Yes. All hail the Emperor. Almost there. And pop! There we go, we've got a church. Yay! And that's it for civics. You've seen what a fully occupied stone mine is like as well. Though remember, this is mostly operating without tools, so it's with uneducated people as well, uneducated labourers. So this is about as inefficient as it can get with maximum people on it, and it's still producing at a fair clip. So if they had tools, let alone steel tools, and they had education, they would be doing so much stone so quickly. But yeah, I'm afraid that is also the end of the video. This has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. And I'll catch you all some other time. Yes, indeed. Okay. There's our closing shot. Yes. See you all later.